So yeah, we will
go down rope.
Go to follow the two ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I am willing to roll up a survival in order to see if we can track them from where we saw them last.
Me too.
Okay.
I imagine following corpses as an example.
Yeah.
21.
You find the 4 dead bodies from where you first met them, and you follow the direction that they look like they were going. Arcs around. There's a dead, corrupted wolf.
Ooh.
I think that's the one that got stabbed by 𝙬𝙧 last night.
You enter the courtyard, and they're right there. They're at the palace entrance. They're not entering. They seem to be checking their gear and kind of just waiting around. They don't look like they're in a hurry to get inside.
Me and Barrik will hang back and let Leia do her thing.
I'll just shout, Nuvis!
Oh, one of them is going to just snap to you. Wish is going to look at Nuvis and be like, what the fuck?
Hi, Wish.
Did she give her the wrong name? Anyway, okay, so I'm Leah, Elendil's wife.
Me and Barrik just like, what?
What's going on?
What?
Nuvis is going to slowly take off her helmet. She is an elf with long ginger hair, not as scarred, freckles, pale eyes. And she says, I know. I recognized you.
Why didn't you say anything?
She's going to shrug.
Oh, she's shy? How old is she? Because they would have come to Leah's house.
Because she's an elf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the age would be different.
She's 99 years old.
Okay, so
yeah.
she's not even a total adult yet, right?
Don't they age like almost normal in the first little bit though?
Elves reach physical maturity at about the same age as humans. An elf typically claims adulthood at an adult name around the age 100. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like a 17-year-old elf equivalent.
Well, where's your father?
Dead.
What?
I feel like something dramatic just happened.
What happened?
His lifestyle caught up with him.
Well, that's a very delicate way of putting it. War cleric exploded his fucking self.
Do you understand any of this, Barrik?
No, but I wish I had popcorn.
I have some jerky in my bag.
We'll sit back like a couple of feet, just like beginning to snack and just like watching all this unfold with wide eyes. Oh my God, we're witnessing like a family reunion of sorts. This is awesome.
From across the way, you like catch eyes with Wish.
We'll motion some of the jerky over to Scarface. Wish.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Nuvis, come on, head in the game.
Oh. And Elendil?
I don't know.
Just glares at you.
Like, Leah like feels that he's dead, but she doesn't want him to be. So she's like trying to struggle against hope right now. And then after the silence, she'll be like, what can I do to help you out with whatever you're up to right now?
We don't need your help.
I'll be like, shut up! Whoa! Respect your elders. I asked Nuvis.
Nuvis is gonna bow back and nod to Wish and put her helmet back on.
What does that mean?
She's deferring to Wish.
Like a weird boss-employee relationship they have.
They lost him, but I don't know what happened.
Where did they lose him?
One of their adventures.
You don't know where they were?
They were here, somewhere.
At Amberhall?
No, just this province.
So you won't accept help?
Actually, why don't you guys go on in ahead of us?
I'll look to Nuvis and see if that's what she wants.
She'll just stare down. Your bodies can clear some of the traps.
I'll look back at you guys and be like, I'm going in.
I could disarm all the traps myself. It's what I'm good at.
Good luck.
What sort of traps? The way you say it makes me curious. Also, what do you want in there?
We're here looking for things too. If we're looking for the same thing, it could cause more conflict than there already is.
I'm not interested in a 5-way split. So why don't you all go in there, deal with yourselves, and then we'll pick it off your dead bodies.
I picture Wish as being like the main character of another campaign right now, just being like, I hate these NPCs, just go in there and get rid of yourselves.
A Mean Girls campaign.
Get in the carriage, losers, we're going shopping.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, I'm
not
going
I'm not gonna fight with Wish about this.
You guys are going palace? There was also the church. You guys inquired about.
And we know the church has goodies in it that we were looking for specifically.
I'm not interested in the church right now. I'm going to be going in.
Okay.
Leah's pretty headstrong.
So we'll do palace.
Yeah, we'll do palace. Before we head in, I'm gonna speak in Elvish towards Nuvis. Are you okay with Wish?
Wish is gonna step forward and speak in Elvish to you
Yeah.
and say, "She's fine."
Sounds like an abusive relationship.
And Nuvis
there.
is gonna nod as well.
Shit. Okay. Well,
Come
I
on
want
there.
to trust Wish, but I also don't, just because of her attitude, even towards.
I've seen it
Wish
before,
kind of?
Barrik. She's just overcompensating for something. Let's just go clear the way. The best way to deal with these people is to prove yourself worthy, and then they can't poke fun at you.
Okay, in that case, I'll lead the way. And begin to cautiously move into the building.
It's not really a building, it's just a gate in the wall, so it's still outside.
Okay, so I don't need to light a torch yet.
We're just moving through the gatehouse.
It's also morning, so it's pretty bright out.
It's still morning?
Well, you spent the night, found the old lady, and you talked for 2 hours, so it's like 10.
Okay.
We didn't spend all day having tea.
In that case, is there anything noticeable in the gatehouse?
It's blocked almost entirely by a boulder, just like a huge boulder that collapsed from somewhere and landed in this spot, blocking most of the gate. But it's also cracked in half, and through that crack, you can squeeze one at a time through the gate.
Okay, I'd like to examine the boulder to see if a large creature, like a giant or something, is what rolled it there. 13.
You can't quite tell where it would have come from, but it looks like it came from the inside of the inner wall.
Alright, in that case, squeeze through the crack.
One at a time, single file?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lead the way.
I'll go second.
Before we go in, I want to stop you guys and say thank you.
Aw,
Thank you.
thank you. You're welcome. Not sure for what, though.
I remember a previous conversation with Leah, so I'll put my hand on her shoulder and say, "We'll find him."
I don't recall. I don't think I was in that.
Oh, no, it was
It
just
was
us.
in a
Yeah.
stairway.
I'm pretty sure that was the one where I was up talking to Ardoi about bravery and stuff.
Yeah, yes, you were giving
Your
her
foot in
joy.
your mouth then. Yeah. And I'll say same to you, Barrik.
I will smile and nod.
Okay, passing through the inner gate, you will get a great view of the palace. It is not constructed traditionally. It looks to be different from the buildings and the walls. Those all look like they're constructed of large stone bricks and slabs of stone. This looks like smooth, long spikes that go up into the sky, but in a big cluster.
Do you think a key is somewhere inside that vulture's nest on the spire?
Ah, crap.
Maybe we can go back there at some point and find out.
It's not not of the same materials, just the shape is the same.
We can have a look later on our way back to Ralu.
Mm-hmm.
It also looks like brick architecture was built on top of it. Like one of the spires had a tower built around it, bridges between the higher peaks. Front entrance is a brick area.
So a lot of bricks and a lot of spires. Okay. I like this.
There's a lot of windows and a lot of overgrown plants.
I guess if anyone was going to rob the city, this would be the first place they'd go, but not sure we'll find a lot of treasure and trinkets here, Barrik, unless you find some secret hidey holes.
I'll find things, don't worry.
Alright, let's push on to the palace, I guess.
Yeah, to the palace proper.
Barrik leading the way, searching for traps.
Yeah, are there any traps before the front door?
The first thing you'll see besides the palace when you reach the other side is a long and wide bricked area with 9 pools of water.
Are we in the courtyard?
Perfectly square, flat pools of water with paths between them on both sides.
Right.
Mm-hmm. In like a grid formation?
Yeah, like a grid.
Okay.
A 3x3 grid.
Just to be clear, we came through the boulder on the gate, and we're in the courtyard right now.
Yeah, you entered a huge courtyard with a grid of 9 pools of water.
Courtyard, and then there's a door?
There's the courtyard, and then there's a set of wide stairs, overgrown bushes on both sides, and then up those stairs is a flat area with a big wooden door.
And that's just within the greater courtyard, say.
There's walls on both sides.
Okay.
Okay.
So, like, immediately in front of us is the pools, and then beyond those is a set of stairs flanked by bushes.
I'm going to approach the first pool and peer into it.
Like
First,
this middle one here?
Yep, the middle of the first of the 9 pools.
okay, you approach the first pool. It is very shallow, 2 feet deep, and the pool itself is 10 by 10.
All right.
And there is a dead body, a drowned dead body, floating at the bottom. I guess he's not floating. He's sunken to the bottom, face down.
I'm going to drop a copper coin into the pool, and as I do it, I'm going to be darting my eyes between all 9 pools and the door, just to see like if there's any obvious reactions.
The coin sinks to the bottom of the pool and rests there.
Okay. I will take out some rope and my grappling hook, throw it down to the body in the pool, and drag the body to me instead of going into the pool.
Okay, yeah, you can pull the body. It is kind of gross, you know, the way a corpse gets when it's soaked in water. So yeah, it is a bloated, gross corpse. It is unlooted, though. It has a sack of 4 gold and a dagger
And 1 dagger.
and a scarf, a nice red scarf.
Wait.
But-
When you say it's nice, but it's been underneath the water with a decaying corpse for how long? Like, is it nice because it's like magical, or is it nice because it's in fairly good shape?
Yeah, it's just in fairly good shape. Like he's got a nice scarf. I don't know.
Okay.
This is a good scarf.
I will leave the clothing. I want to try to figure out how long this body's been in here. Or I'll ask Leah. Leah knows more about...
Medical things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a medicine check.
How long do you think this body's been in here?
I go to 13.
You think the body has been in there for days?
Days.
Better than weeks.
Are there any other bodies in the other squares?
I will check out the next pool to the right.
And while that happens, can I take the dagger, or do either of you want it?
I'm good.
There are 2 more dead bodies in that pool.
Oh no.
One of them looks similarly attired to the one you pulled from the other pool. One of
Okay.
them is been in there a lot longer, and he's wearing a lot shabbier clothing.
Okay, I will drag those ones out with my grappling hook fishing equipment. And then take out those 2 bodies, have a pat down with them as well.
I'm performing last rites on all the bodies as he drags them out.
The one, similarly, he also has a nice red scarf on him, and he has just a single gold. And the shabby one has nothing. You can't even really tell
No red scarf.
what gender it was. The features are too bloated and falling off the bone.
Yum.
Okay, we'll check out the one on the left then, the leftmost.
I'm gonna observe for a bit for one more pool.
This pool is clear.
The fact that it's drowned bodies inside the pools make me concerned. Normally there'd be corpses or fighting outside the pools.
Can I do another medical check on these bodies to see whether they actually drowned or whether it was something else that killed them?
Sure.
Oh shit, that's only 12.
You assume they drowned. You can't really tell. Their skin is all gross. And I was going to say, all of these pools, for having dead bodies wasting away in them, they all look pretty clean.
Okay, that's
Still.
messed up.
Yeah, something's up with the pools. So I'm gonna say, Leah, could you find out if the pools are magical?
Sure thing, my dude. Wee.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
I'm ready for this fucking one.
Yeah.
Okay, it's within 30 feet of me. So it's 10 by 10 feet, all of these things?
Yeah, and the spaces between are also
10 feet?
10.
So, yeah.
You can detect all 6 of the front ones, hey?
Is it magical?
Yes, all 6 of the pools, if you stand just right in the center, you can detect glow with magic. That magic is conjuration.
Uh-oh.
I'll make an Arcana check. I'm curious if the pools are actually some sort of like water elemental. 8.
You have no idea.
Okay.
I want to do one too. 12.
You don't know either.
Okay.
Should I do one?
Do it. Oh my god, can you use a special ghost vision?
4.
No, you have the least clue of everyone.
It looks quick. Drink it.
Best guess, the water is living.
Do we want to intentionally set this trap off? I can step into it with a dodge action ready.
And I want to give you guys aid before we get through this.
I'm curious if we need to deal with these pools, though? I'm curious what's up at the door.
We could try to get around them. Shimmy across a grappling hooked rope over to those bushes.
We don't know how it works at all, right? So, like,
Yeah, we don't
no
know how
matter
it
what we
activates.
do...
All we know is that at least 3 people drowned in them.
Yeah.
I don't want to add 3 more.
Okay, anyway, I give you guys aid.
What's that?
Aid. My spell bolsters my allies with toughness and resolve. Each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
That applies to you too, then.
I can touch myself. Yay!
Yep.
You're a creature within range, so...
I suggest we check out the door. I have a hunch that they might have tried to attack us as we approach the door.
Okay. Who might try to attack us?
The water.
Okay. How do we want to do this then? Just walk into the door?
Yeah, just like cautiously walk between the pools towards the door and see if that aggravates the water.
Which path do you want to take?
We'll take the...
You all one together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I am going to pass by the pool
Interesting.
on our farthest left, the one that has no dead body in it.
Puzzle. It's like a maze puzzle.
Yeah, because we see corpses in the water. I gotcha now.
Let's try this. Yeah,
I like this.
I'm gonna trust Barrik. I'll follow Barrik.
Me too.
We'll go the leftmost because there's no corpses over
Okay, we're going to do this in sections of 10.
Okay.
We're going to be going across to intersections. So you pass the first pool on the far left path.
We'll move around the leftmost pool
to the intersection between the left and the second left pools.
Okay.
I'd like to look into that pool from where we are. See if there's a dead body.
There is no body. That is also a nice, clean, pristine pool.
The pool on the farmost left when we walk in is empty. The one just past that one, still in the same column, is empty as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But that just means that either people passed it and they didn't die, or no one actually got this far. So, like, what are the other ones? Are those full too?
It depends. Can we see any more corpses looking in from where we are?
You can only see pools nearest to you. So you could see the pool ahead.
The one in the leftmost,
The
in the far
third
corner?
left pool
Yeah.
has 3 dead bodies.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't go that way.
I am going to turn
Unless you want to fish these ones out too.
to the right then.
Into the grid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's taking the turn?
I will.
Okay, Barrik, I'm going to get you to roll strength or dex save.
I'm going to go Dex. 23. I dodged this.
A wave comes out of the lower pool, the first left pool that you are passing, and it sweeps out and tries to pull you in.
Oh.
And you hop over the wave.
Alright, don't cross that spot.
Are you crossing, or are you jumping back to where you were?
I'll jump back to where I was. Yeah, and I'll dodge
Okay.
back to where I knew it was safe.
So now do we try maybe going the other way?
I'm thinking so. We could go straight instead.
Just Barrik this time?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go straight.
And this is past the middle row far left pool, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I jumped by the waves crossing there?
You are not.
I'll follow Barrik to where he's standing. Where do we want to go from here? I will take the next step and put myself in danger for this one. I will go to the right, going into the pools. I have danger sense, so I get advantage on dex checks if it jumps me, so I think I'll be okay.
You pass between left 2 and left 3. Nothing happens.
Okay.
We follow and I'll check out the other 2 pools. I have a theory.
So the center, top, and center.
Okay, the center middle pool is empty. And the center top also has 3 dead bodies.
So 3 dead bodies on either side. We probably have to go deeper into this grid than getting out right away. I will head down. Down from the...
Down between the left second and the middle second pool?
Yes.
Okay, Alika goes down and roll strength or dex save.
Oh my god.
1 and a 2.
The strength or dex save, you say?
Yikes.
Okay, you are washed into the left second pool.
In the empty one?
It is empty, yes.
It's my Alika friend.
And Alika is pulled under the water there.
No.
How do we get him out?
I know what I'm gonna do.
Don't worry, guys. If I die, it's fine.
I'm gonna use my roguish fast hands to super fast pull out the grappling hook and rope, toss one of the ends of rope over to Leah, and then the hook into the water, so that Leah and I both have rope, and there's a grappling hook sinking towards Alika.
You threw a grappling hook to Alika. You're both standing still at the intersection that you were at.
Yeah.
Holding on to the back of the rope, yeah. Haul him out.
Okay. Alika, roll to grab this rope.
20.
Oh.
Nice.
No.
The
Grips
power
it
of
to
friendship.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
And what am I measuring?
The athletics.
Oh, goddamn.
17.
13.
That is enough, yes.
Hey.
You pull him out and back onto the intersection that you all are on.
So that was...
Between left 2, center 2, and left 3, center 3.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And so what happened was Alika went down, so we know not to go down. Do we go across again?
I think
Or-
so. What did getting pulled underwater feel like?
The inability to struggle back to the surface was like something was weighing you down.
Did he take any damage?
He did not take any damage.
Okay.
So it's just the scary bit. Maybe I should not be the one to do it. So I can help pull somebody out.
I'm gonna pull out my fishing pole, splayed out to the right, so the next intersection to the right, hit the pavement, and then just reel it in to see if that triggers anything before we step to it.
No wave washes over the fishing line.
Alright, I'm going to cross over to the next intersection to the right.
Yeah, Barrik crosses over. Nothing happens.
Alright, I'll motion everyone over and
will
check out the
follow.
other 2 pools.
There is a body in the center right pool. Top is clear.
Alright, so that just means we go all the way to the edge and go up.
I'm
I
thinking
think
so.
so.
So I'll do another fishing pole maneuver over to the intersection on our right.
To be against the wall of the courtyard.
Yeah. Throw the hook over to the wall, reel it in, make sure to drag it along the ground, make a lot of noise and rattling with it.
To be clear, we've just gone up from the leftmost side, 2 pools, and then we've gone totally to the right, 2 pools, and are going to go past the 3rd one now.
Okay, no wave comes to sweep away your fishing line again.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna move across, but instead of just walking, I'm gonna do like a dive and roll to like anticipate potential wave action.
Okay, you can try and anticipate, but there's nothing you can do to avoid the wave as it tries to wash you away.
That is a 21.
Do you want to head back, or do you want to cross over?
I will return. We'll just go straight towards the door next.
Straight up?
Yep.
Well, there's a corpse in the middle, topmost middle one, right?
There's 3 corpses in
Yeah.
the top middle.
I
And there's nothing in the right-hand one?
Nope.
And what about the center, middle, and right?
The center is empty. The right second pool has 1 body in it.
Yeah, I'd like to just
Yeah, let's just go forward.
go forward towards the door.
Who's going?
Me.
Okay. Barrik heads upwards and passes through.
Me too.
Yeah.
Now,
Problem solved.
I am going to be ballsy and backtrack the exact way we went, but I'm going to pull out my piece of chalk and draw a line,
Yeah.
a really thick line, from the exact path that we had taken.
Okay.
So that we had went up 2, and then we went to the right 2, and then went towards the gate 1.
Okay, so you're going to go down 1, and then when you go, now it'll be right, between the top center and the middle center pools, you'll have to roll a check, because a wave is going to come at you
Shit!
from the center pool.
Oh no, it's only
Why
one
is
way.
this one such a dick?
13.
You fail and are washed into the center pool.
Okay, I'm gonna try tie a loop really quick with my 50 feet of rope and throw it into the water and try to like lasso him with all of my shepherding skills.
You're going to do it from 30 feet away?
No, I'm gonna run up
To where?
to the corner. So like I'm gonna run back between the 2 pools that were safe and then at the corner throw them into the middle pool.
Okay, the first corner before he turned.
Yeah.
And I'm also just going to grab hold of the rope and help tug.
Okay, let's say get a athletics check.
Shit, I only got 4.
20.
He grabs it and you all tug, but you cannot get him out of this pool.
Can you do any kind of resisting from inside the pool?
Yes, he may.
I'm going to jump in the pool after him.
Don't do it. I will attempt to see if I can...
Struggle to the surface.
Athletics?
Yep.
20.
Barrik struggles up to the surface and exits between the first center and the first right pools.
Shit.
First center and first rightmost pools?
Yep.
Okay. Motion for the others to move back out of the way. Just away from the pools, back towards the door.
So we come back.
The way you came,
Yeah,
we'll
that
just
was...
go forward.
you will both be rolling saves,
What the fuck's up with these pools?
dex or strength.
I only got 10.
18.
Okay, Alika passes. Leah is pulled into the third center pool. And Alika, do you want to stay where you are or pass?
If I get to the edge, I can still help Leia.
Yeah, she's in the far
Yeah.
center, so.
So I'll go to the edge.
You are in that pool with 3 bloated dead bodies right now, also pulled to the bottom.
So seeing Leia get pulled into the pool, I will take out my 50 feet rope, tie it in a loop, throw it down to Leia. And I don't have crazy sheep herding skills, so...
Okay, you're gonna try and pull her out solo.
Yep.
Can I try to swim out as he does this?
Yeah, you can make the struggle to get out while
What
he
roll is it?
pulls.
Ooh,
It's
23.
athletics.
Well, that's a natural 20, but because I'm a
Wow.
-2, I'm an 18.
You two working together to get out of the water. Leah is
Out of the water right now?
actually to the intersection between the top center and top right. So you guys kind of exist in a line right now. Alika is above it, then Leah, and then Barrik is one
So-
below.
I don't understand this maze.
I don't know.
Can I throw my rope as far as it'll go? 50 feet. Will that get to Barrik?
Yeah, and can all of us, like, tie it around ourselves as we're in a line?
That we will die together.
And I'm gonna just throw it over my shoulder and just walk the other direction.
So you're just gonna
Drag us through.
I'm gonna just drag you through this bullshit maze.
So you're gonna pull Barrik between. Barrik, is that where you want to go? Up between.
Yes, and I will, like, run as he's pulling.
Okay, yeah. No waves come as Barrik passes between the middle two,
Okay.
and Leah passes up to safety. And no waves again as Barrik passes to the very top and to safety.
Okay.
So we're safe, but it's
Let's
not like Wish
not
and Nufus can
Do
follow
this
us.
again.
I'm thinking that it might move.
Yeah, that's my thought too.
As simple as wanting to backtrack to do the chalk thing, I got caught as doing that is what happened. So there was another element going on that we weren't aware of.
Wish and Nuvis did sneak through while you guys were all doing this, and they watched the tail end of this here where you guys struggled.
Oh, okay. So they were like standing beside us. I'm like, how the fuck?
No, they weren't with you. They just were watching from the boulder there.
Right.
You don't know how much of it they've seen.
I'll shout over and say, I think the pools are erratic. We couldn't find a pattern.
They're going to cross their arms and stare at the pool. Do you guys want to wait around for them to try, or do you want to continue
I'm
on?
continuing
I do.
on.
Leo wants to wait for them?
I want to wait.
What are we gonna wait for them?
Well,
They're
Nuvis has
they wanna-
significant...
Value.
Yeah,
So,
like
we wanna make-
relationship
we wanna make sure
values
they don't
with
drown.
Leah. And then
So
I
we're
want to also
So we're working.
rub it in Wish's face when
so
she
we're
falls into a pool.
saving people who don't want us to work with them.
If things get really bad, we'll stare there for a bit, and it looks like when they're actually about to die, then I'll definitely go in to rescue them.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Okay.
And I will make sure to stand with my arms crossed while watching them the
Oh.
whole time.
All right. Let's see how they do.
Okay, Wish is going to approach your line of bodies that you pulled out. Then she's going to look over to you guys. She's not going to ask for help at first. And she won't ask at all, actually. Nuvis will pipe up and say, which way do we go?
There was one body in the middle, right in front of you, and 2 bodies in the rightmost pool, right in front of you. We tried the farthest left against the wall path.
By 2 intersections.
Wish is going to pretend she didn't hear, but walk
God.
to that path, and go forward 1 and then stop in that intersection. Nothing happens. Just going to step forward again once to the next intersection on the far left side, and nothing is going to happen.
Does Nuvis follow her?
Nuvis does follow, yes.
We went right twice over.
Wish is going to go right twice over.
And then
How
up
about
1.
Nuvis?
Nuvis is also, they're both going to go. And then up 1 more time.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to step up to where you all stand. Yeah.
Interesting. As soon as I attempted to backtrack, we had problems. I'm thinking that there's a different route returning back to the entrance.
Maybe you have to do it, but in opposite direction. Like the same pattern, but you have to start from the mirrored image.
Would you like to test that theory?
Not right now.
Fair enough.
Wish is going to brush past you all.
Mm-hmm.
No thank yous.
Like she totally figured all
Continue
that.
to the front door.
You were the kid who let other people cheat off your test, weren't you, Leah?
And they're going to ascend the steps and stand next to the wooden door.
I examine the door. I'd like to see if it's locked, if there's any obvious traps, etc.
The doors are large and sturdy, and there are 2 silver knockers, large silver hoops.
That sounds like an Alika job.
Okay. Alika will grip both of the door knockers.
Alika passes Wish like,
By the way, I like those scars.
Like, not in like an attractive way, but just in like a respect for battle way.
yeah.
You got scarred in the face a lot.
You're just going to pull on them?
Yep.
Okay.
We're pulling the push door.
Okay, yeah, you can pull on them both. Pull it open, and then roll a dexterity save.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit, I get advantage on those. Does target just me?
Yes.
Cool. 16.
It is enough. You duck out of the way as a large spike wall flattens down into the opening of the door
Oh.
and then cranks back up.
How quickly does it crank
So
back
like I'm
up?
opening the door and I hear like a click and I'm like, oh shit. I just dive back.
Yeah, like roll back.
It cranks back up a lot slower than it fell.
How big is it? Is it enough for us to walk across the back of it as it rises?
Yeah, it flips all the way up above
Okay.
the door.
So then how is it triggered? Can we throw something? Can I throw, like, say my prayer book?
I was gonna just tie a rope to the door instead.
Oh, is it when the door's open that it's
I
triggered? Or
imagine
is it
so.
when there's a step into it? Because I don't know.
Yeah, as it cranks up, the doors also crank closed with the same jittery cranking motion.
I have an idea then. The shrubbery and bushes around the
Staircase?
staircase, how far away are those?
They're so overgrown that you can reach out and grab onto them.
Leah, how sturdy do those shrubs look?
Do I have to roll a nature check?
Like, to do what to them?
If I were to theoretically tie the door knockers, one each, to the overgrown shrubs, would that prevent the door from closing once we open it?
They don't look that powerful. The shrubs are just like fancy ornate ones, and they're not
Okay.
built for
then
strength.
It's not like full giant grown trees.
I'm going to just tie my rope to the door knocker and pull really hard.
You're gonna pull just the one side open.
I can do both. Tie one end here, one end there, grab the middle.
Like put the rope on his back, essentially.
That would only open them like a slight bit, because there'd be the point where you're pulling them both towards each other just as much as you're pulling them out.
Can I borrow someone's rope?
If it's just enough for me to squeeze in, I can check out the mechanism.
Or
And that
someone
way I
can-
can die on the other side of
If
the door.
only someone
Great.
else could help me pull this door open, and I look at Wish and Nuvis.
How are you so bad at names?
I'm bad at names unless I read them.
That's not even true. And you've never read Leah's name before? Because you say Leia like 50%
I do say Leia a
of the
lot,
time.
because I find the long E just weird.
Okay,
Anyway,
Hey.
so Barrik is going to squeeze between a crack in the door, opening it not all the way.
Yeah.
We're going to roll for that.
Alright.
Dexterity.
Squeeze. 14.
You squeeze through.
I squeeze. Alright.
what do you see in there, Barrik?
Well,
I'll hold this door
now
open.
now that we're inside the building, I take it it's dark inside the building? No lights?
No, there's some sunlight, not in these hallways, but spilling around corners.
I want to check out the mechanism that is causing this trap.
There is no apparent mechanism for this trap. You can see the spikes, very ugly compared to the rest of the hall, which has paintings of the royal family and torch sconces. It appears to just be on a hinge.
Okay.
You can knock the pin out.
Does the hinge look like something I can sabotage? By like just literally pulling out the hinge? Anything like that?
You're gonna try and knock the hinge out?
Yeah.
Wish is gonna push in after you, and then she's gonna usher 𝙊𝙧 in after her.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my crowbar. Try to get leverage on the hinge. Pry it out.
Pry the whole hinge out.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
Not enough to pry it off. No. You can get some help.
Do you want to head in there too? I'm just holding this door open.
But what happens if Alika can't come in?
Then we'd have problems.
Is 𝙊𝙧 outside too?
No, she came in.
She slipped in after Wish.
Just me and Alika outside right now.
Yep.
So, would it be possible for me to take one door from Alika so that we're both in the same spot and we can jump in at the same time?
I'd feel safer if you went in and I could find my own way through. Like, one of you guys could
Or-
just hold the door open from the inside.
But I just don't know if that would work with the mechanism that it has. Because if the doors are here and the mechanism's up here, as it opens, it closes. So if one of us is pushing on the door, then we're going to get snapped into it.
I'm going to test something. I'd like to place my portable ram in between the trap and the ceiling that it retracts back into. Because it swings all the way 180 degrees.
It swings all the way flat
90
against the
degrees.
wall. Because it goes flat to the door frame, and then there's enough wall above the door that it goes
that's
flat.
what you mean.
I'd like to see if I can wedge the portable ram to see if I can hold the door open.
So you want to trigger the trap again so it falls down, and then wedge it as it cranks back up?
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to trigger the trap?
I'll do it, I guess. I'll just let the door close then.
Okay, so you close the door.
And then I'll go walk up to the door and physically pull it open and then jump back as soon as it's open enough to hear the clicky noise.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to roll for that. The trap will slam down, and it'll start cranking up.
As it cranks, I huck the portable ram in between the wall and the mechanism.
Okay, you're gonna just reach up and try and jam it.
Yeah, I'll just be like, shove it in so that there's a big chunk of portable ram.
Let's do a strength off. Your portable ram versus my trap. Not your strength.
Yeah.
It's gonna be flat rolls for how well you've taken care of your portable ram and how well my minions set up this spike trap.
We're having an equipment roll-off. I rolled 13.
I rolled 11.
Yes!
Your portable ram holds. The cranking continues on.
Just like this continuous clicking sound.
Yeah, and the door is
Ajar.
it jams open about as much as Alika held it, and both Leah and Alika can squeeze through.
I probably got to orient myself a bit more, but I can get through just fine.
Hey,
We are
it
all
worked!
inside the palace atrium now.
So you're in this wide hall. Straight ahead is a large regal painting of a man with a crown, a shiny breastplate, a big cape, massive dude. This is likely the king, likely exaggerated. But who knows, maybe he is that huge.
Is there a plinth at the bottom of the picture?
Oh, let's get Alika to roll to see if he...
Discover words.
15, what kind of roll was it?
A perception, I guess.
So it'd be 14.
Alika sees in tiny little writing at the bottom of the painting, it says, King Mnemonon.
Mnemonon! Okay.
And is the only entrance this long hallway?
The hallway branches off sideways, left or right, paintings all along both sides, carpets along it, and at a midpoint in the carpet, there is a long scorch mark that stretches across the halls on both sides.
Perpendicular?
Yep.
I'm going to walk to the right and go up to the scorch mark, but not cross it.
Okay, yeah, it looks like the rugs here have been burnt to a crisp. It is between paintings, but up the wall, the frame of some of these paintings looks like it's been singed.
Taking my broken javelin, I'm going to just toss it through the space.
As the javelin passes over, a thin wall of flame leaps up and chars it as it passes through.
Do we hear any kind of resetting noises?
There's some clicking in the walls, yes, but that is all.
Taking the other part of my broken javelin and throwing that through the fire while the clicking is still going on. Does that do anything?
It does the same thing too.
Does anything?
It
Okay.
scorches it.
So if I were to take 2 feasibly and just throw them through like a beat from each other, it would just go.
Every time something passes through.
Okay. You guys got any ideas?
I have a water skin.
How much space was between the scorch marks and the walls?
The scorch mark goes all the way along the floor.
Okay.
How far up the wall does it go?
About halfway.
Okay, then I guess we're climbing.
Ooh.
Can we climb the portraits?
Are there any like chandeliers and such?
Tapestries, busts,
No.
columns.
Just these paintings.
I guess we're pole vaulting.
How high were the flame walls?
These walls, the walls go up about 20 feet. So I guess the
Okay.
scorch marks go up about 10.
Are there any kind of like beams stretching across the ceiling for support?
Nope. It's just a 20 by 20 hall.
I was thinking about like pounding a spike into the wall, tying the rope to it, and using it as like a wall run thing.
I was actually just thinking something similar,
Yeah.
but
I could probably throw you 10 feet upwards if like we did the buddy boost system.
yeah. And every hallway is like this, eh?
Well, on either end, yeah, at least in the entrance.
I forgot to mention that there are a few scorched bodies lining the sides and a few that made it a little ways past. One of them lies at the bottom of a painting that also burned up.
Is the frame still okay?
Burned as well. Scorched.
And the fire comes from the bottom up.
Yes.
I am going to grab...
Your shield?
it's probably going to melt my shield if I do.
I know, but it's so tempting.
Wish is gonna scoff at all your pussyfooting,
Oh, is she now? Okay.
and she is going to just leap through. Oh, and it catches her, and she is burned. Only takes 5 damage as she passes to the other side, and she is on fire. 9 damage. 15 damage. Oh my god.
Wish dies.
She takes 16 damage before she's able to put herself out, and she is now breathing heavily, crouching in the corner, trying to remove her armor.
That would be hot.
That was dumb. Did you not see the corpses of people who tried that already on the other end? Because it took me a minute, but... Alright, well, if that's how it's going to be, and it's a dex check, and it only targets me, I can make it across pretty confidently. What about you fellows?
I do like the shield idea. We put down the shield and then like all run across where the shield was placed.
I also like that idea.
But then we'd fuck over your shield.
It'd be a fucked up shield.
How brittle are the connections between the bricks and the walls?
Not brittle, this is the Royal Palace.
I kind of want to just do the same thing as Wish, because she's one up to me now.
Worked out so well for her.
I know. I can most likely get across. Fine.
That's what you say until you burn to death.
Exactly. So I'm just like, I have a good chance.
I think we all have a good chance of just taking the brunt of the flame, but we don't know what's on the other side too.
Can I go up to one of the nearby paintings and read its plaque as well?
You can go up to the nearest one. It'll be a young man, Prince William.
You mentioned that the painting frames are not very burnt, they're just singed. How many paintings are on our side of all these flame traps that we can actually grab and are accessible?
There would be 3, including the one of the king.
Okay, I'm grabbing all the pictures. I will lay them down flat on the ground so that the frames are touching each other. So I imagine that all the frames are probably different sizes.
The king's is probably a little bigger.
I'll put the king frame on the outside, and then I'll put the other paintings overlapping each other a bit. How much space of picture frame do I have?
3 by 5.
Each
Awesome.
painting or the whole thing?
For just like the
I thought
frame.
you were stacking them.
Yeah, but not right on top of one another, but kind of shingled to try to get as much picture frame space as possible.
Depends how much you're stacking them by, I guess. If you're stacking them by 1 foot overlays or...
Make it so that the frames on one side are all touching each other.
They wouldn't be enough to cover the whole thing because it's a 20-foot hall. If you leaned them end to end, the most you could get is 15, and they wouldn't be overlapping at all.
Oh, okay, in that case, I'm going to do a bit of carpentry here. It'll take a while. Okay, what's the frame made of? Like metals and such?
All of the frames are made of wood.
Okay.
The king's is made of metal. It's like a brushed iron.
Okay. Do you have any sort of chopping sort of equipment, Alika?
No.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask the rest of the people. Leah, Wish, Nuvis.
I only have daggers.
We're making a bridge, damn it. That is now the goal.
Like, I can just break it.
So for the wooden ones, we can have Alika, like, break them at the corners to create sticks, like using the frames. As for the metal one, we'll put the wood within the metal. We'll keep the metal frame the same. Then the wooden frames we'll try to put in between.
I gotcha. So you're filling the metal frame with wooden sticks from the wooden frames?
Yes. I'll put my bedroll on top of the frames as well to pat it out a bit.
I have a suggestion. If
Yes.
we're going to use your bedroll, why don't we dip it in the pools outside?
Now the pools might attack us if we tempt that, but I have a full water skin. We can at least kind of dampen it a bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll use some rope to lash it all together. So we got
fucked up.
this like makeshift bridge made of a bedroll, a metal picture frame, 2 wooden picture frames with rope tied to it.
That
Okay.
carpentry stint we did for Yuri way long ago is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also made like a thing to drag all of Shessie and 𝙬𝙬's stuff up the hill.
Okay, and then what I'll do is also put a little bit of rope on one of the ends.
To pull it.
Yeah, so that we can place it, we can all run across and then pull it out of the fire immediately to try to salvage my bedroll. I'll try to organize everyone in a line so that we can run ahead, drop the frame bridge, and I'll try to run across.
What's the layers?
It'll be metal on the outside for the frame, and then wooden frames in the middle.
Bedroll,
Rope. Yeah, and then rope
Okay.
to make sure it's all secure.
Let's get
and then
a
dampen
flat
the-
roll for your
For my-
construction.
Nonsense carpentry. I roll a 19.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
Fuck yeah!
It looks pretty decent. The ropes are tied in nice little bows, nice and short, so no one's gonna loop a foot.
I suggest that we have people who are more likely to dodge the flames in the rear.
For when this thing
So,
falls apart.
yeah, because as we leave it and people cross, the more damage it'll probably take. So I'm thinking Alika and I go in the back. We have Leah and Nuvis first, and then as soon as we're across, Alika and I can pull the makeshift shenanigans back to us out of the fire.
Okay.
That's fair.
Use the
Are we getting
thing.
like a running start or something?
Yeah, well,
Or
like we can have Leah and Nuvis like literally drop the bed frame and then run across as one
Okay.
fluid movement.
Okay.
Doing a
What are we
dex roll?
rolling?
You drop this frame onto the fire. Who's running across first?
I'm going after Nuvis.
Nuvis jumps onto this bridge. The flames go up around it. No flames jump up through the frame, and she runs across and to the other side to safety.
What do I need to roll?
You're gonna run next.
Yeah.
Okay, Leah runs across the frame. The flames are still licking up both sides, and she makes it to the other side.
Barrik,
Hey,
go.
Barrik runs across the makeshift bridge.
The flames flash up as he runs across, and he makes it to the other side.
Barrik does it too.
You're Alika?
You need to learn your own name, bud.
It's
Do you need to write it down?
Alika will do it too.
The flames jump up as he passes through.
I'll drag the damn bedroll out of the way because we tied the rope earlier.
Heave it through the
Keep it through the flame.
And you all make it to safety.
Fuck yeah!
The wood and the bedroll are a little singed on the sides, but the king's frame looks pristine, untouched.
So
Interesting. We could probably just... Yep.
I just added a lot of silly nonsense onto them. What would have worked, but hey.
Let Barrik play. It's fine.
Down these halls, past the few corpses that burned on the way, both of the hallways converged into a huge hallway going left and hallway going right, as well as a little garden in the center with a giant tree that's down a few steps into a recessed circular area of about 50 feet.
Ooh.
The inside of the palace is a huge hollow staircases going up it. There are also walls built in the bottom that block off this lower area inside the major spire structure that is the palace. And that is where we are going to end.